Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Shell. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 4 super easy, healthy, quick meal ideas. All the meals that I'll be showing you today are less than 600 calories, Slimming World friendly, and can be made in less than 15 minutes. As a working mum, I know how precious time is and how difficult it can sometimes be when you get in from work trying to get a healthy meal that's fairly quick on the table for the rest of the family to eat. So I wanted to make this video just to show you that you can eat healthy dinners for the whole family that are also super quick to make. I'll list all the ingredients and exact quantities for all the meals that I'm mentioning in the description box down below if you want to make them at home. And if you do make them, then please let me know in the comments what you think. I'm always really intrigued if people make the food that I put on my videos and what they actually think of it. So if you are new to my channel, then hi, my name is Michelle and I upload videos every single week. I do make quite a lot of food content over here, and I also upload my weekly meal plans and daily meal inspiration on my Instagram stories. So I'll put that in the description box down below if you want to follow me over there too. The first meal that I want to share with you is a delicious sausage pasta, and this meal is made with chicken sausages and comes in at only 564 calories or 1.5 sins on Slimming World. You might think that sausages are always high sin on Slimming World, but in fact they're not. Especially if you have the Heck chicken ones, you can only do a version as well. But these ones are only actually half a sin for 2 sausages, so it's great. And it's super easy to make. It's basically just a tomato sauce with some roasted red peppers in a jar, so super easy. And then I'll just serve it with a really simple side salad. The first thing you need to do is cook these sausages. So spray a griddle pan with some oil and cut these sausages in half, opening them out like a book and placing in the griddle pan and seasoning with salt and pepper. Meanwhile, place the pasta on to cook and start to prep your sauce. So in a blender or mini food processor, blitz the onion and garlic, and then add 4 red peppers from the jar, the rosemary leaves, salt and pepper, and blitz it to a smooth paste. Turn the sausages after around 3 minutes and fry for another couple of minutes on the other side. Once cooked through, remove from the pan and place to one side. In the same pan, pour in the sauce and stir. Then you want to add in the balsamic vinegar and simmer on a medium heat for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, prepare your side salad by cutting up some lettuce and placing on a board, and then adding some rocket. Make the dressing by mixing 4 tablespoons of natural fat-free yogurt with 2 teaspoons of mustard, salt and pepper, and juice from half a lemon. Drizzle the dressing over the salad. At this point, strain the pasta and pour the sauce into the pasta. Stir and then add to a serving dish, and then top with some cut up sausages. Drizzle with some balsamic vinegar and scatter a few rosemary leaves. The next meal is a vegetarian one. Again, super easy to make, and what I love about this one is you can use any veg that you've got lying around. So the meal that I've made here was 534 calories and only half a sin per serving on Slimming World. These are all the ingredients that you'll need for tonight's super quick meal. So you'll need some rice. I'm just using normal basmati rice and cooking it, but to make it even quicker, you can use the pre-cooked packet rices, but you will just need to sin that if you're following Slimming World. And then to make it vegetarian, I'm just adding in this, basically it's like a vegan vegetarian kebab meat, so I'm going to add this in. This is super tasty, especially for making kebabs as well, and cooks in literally minutes, full of loads of protein too. And then the rest of it is basically just adding whatever vegetables that you've got lying around. So I'm just adding some broccoli, peas, red pepper, courgette and mange too. And then for the base I always keep that the same, so I'm using an onion, garlic and ginger. Then I just use some reduced salt soy sauce. The first thing you need to do is get the rice on, so I'm using half a cup of rice to 1 cup of water. Then on a medium heat, fry the chopped onion in fry light for a couple of minutes before adding the kebab meat and frying for another couple of minutes. Next you want to add the peppers, courgette, garlic and broccoli. After a couple of minutes, add the peas and a dash of water, seasoning with salt and pepper. Once the rice is cooked, add it to the veg and stir, lastly drizzling over the soy sauce. Next up is another pasta dish, and what I really like about this one is that it hardly requires any ingredients at all and is honestly ready in less than 10 minutes. So this one comes in at just 564 calories and is completely sin-free if you're following Slimming World. This is everything that you need for tonight's meal. Super easy to make and hardly requires any ingredients at all. So I'm just using some frozen prawns. I'm using the cooked prawns, but you can use raw ones if you prefer and just cook them. They only take a few minutes. So all I do with these is just defrost them in some warm water for about 10 minutes before I use them. I'm serving it with spaghetti, but you can serve with noodles or something else if you'd prefer. Some cherry tomatoes, half a lemon, half a courgette, half a red chilli, salt and pepper, and then some fresh basil leaves as well. So tonight I'm only making dinner for 2 of us, so this ingredients is just enough for 2 people. Obviously if you want to make it for 4, then just double everything that I'm telling you. So did you know that this little hole here in your spaghetti spoon measures out 1 perfect portion of spaghetti? So there we have it, there, 1 portion of spaghetti. So obviously I'll need 2 of these for this recipe. The first thing to do is put your spaghetti on to cook. Next, spray a frying pan with some oil and add the diced courgette, chilli and half tomatoes. After a couple of minutes, add 2 crushed garlic cloves and the zest of half a lemon. Fry for another couple of minutes before adding the prawns. Stir through the drained spaghetti, season with salt and pepper, add the juice from half the lemon, fresh basil and serve. The final meal that I'm showing you is chicken served with dauphinoise potatoes and spring veg on the side. Honestly, you could serve this up at a dinner party and people will think that it's taken you ages. But yet again, the whole thing is ready in less than 15 minutes. It's super easy to make and it feels like a real treat as well. So it is slightly higher in calories. It's 594 calories, so still under 600, and comes in at 2.5 sins per serving. These are all the ingredients that you'll need for tonight's dinner. So you will need 4 chicken breasts, then you'll need 2 bacon medallions. You can use normal bacon if you like, but you will need to sin it, whereas bacon medallions are sin free. Then you'll need 800 grams of potatoes, some 2 onions, some sage, 30 grams of parmesan, which you can use as your healthy extra A chicken stock cube, some rosemary, and 100 ml of single cream, which you will obviously have to sin, and this dinner works out to 2.5 sins per person. You want to serve it with some veg, so I'm just serving it with some green veg, so I'm serving it with some leeks, spinach and peas. So it will basically be about 200 grams of each. Before you start any prep, turn the grill up to a high heat, and then the first thing you need to do is slice your potatoes. There's no need to peel them first. If you have a food processor, it makes the prep a doddle, as you can just put the slicer on and you have super thinly sliced potatoes in seconds. If you don't, then you can slice them by hand, but it will obviously take you a little longer. Pour them all into a bowl and cook for around 5 minutes in boiling water. Whilst the potatoes are boiling, quickly slice your onions in the food processor too. Arabella loves trying to help me cook, bless her. Spray a frying pan with oil and then add the onions. Crumble over a chicken stock cube, season with salt and pepper, and add around 1 teaspoon of sage. Fry over a high heat for a couple of minutes until the onions start to soften, adding a splash of water if needed. Tip the onions into an oven-proof dish and then add the strained potatoes, mixing together to level it out. Pour over 100 ml of single cream, then sprinkle over the finely grated parmesan. Place under a hot grill whilst you cook the rest of the dinner. Next, prepare your chicken by placing on baking paper, season with salt and pepper and sprinkle over the fresh rosemary. Also place some baking paper over the top and bash it with a rolling pin to flatten it to about 1.5 centimeters thick. Spray a large frying pan with fry light and add the chicken, frying on each side for around 3 minutes. Meanwhile, cook the veg by gently frying the finely sliced leek for a couple of minutes. Turn the chicken after around 3 or 4 minutes and then add in a couple of finely sliced bacon medallions to the pan. Everything should now nearly be ready, so add the peas and spinach to the leeks and cook until the spinach has wilted. Take the potatoes to the table and lay the chicken on the greens, topping with the crispy bacon. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video and it's illustrated that you can make really healthy meals that are super quick and super easy. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And again, if you do make any of the food that I've mentioned, then please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Well, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!